but moving on to, we've got other decisions by Griffith. So we move past that. He gets captured, tortured. I didn't really like that part. The guy took out his tongue, took out his tendons. I mean,
Yeah, he did a lot like that.
I felt like that was I felt like the punishment didn't fit the crime, dude. Like that king, like he got all these victories because of Griffith. They got Doldry back. They were like saying, "How are we going to get this castle back?" It's like the most key, just because of its location. And they were saying it was originally Midlands in the first place, and then Shooter like took it from them, and they
let
were
me
never able to get it back. And they were like staging all these attacks from there. Like Shooter kept like attacking Midland from that key location. No one could get it back. You saw that one. It was like the White Tiger Knights. They got destroyed.
mhm.
And then Griffith just goes in there with a small squad. Well, I guess they did have a pretty big army, but not as big as like it wasn't their entire force. He kind of just did a special op and got it back. And they're all praising when he gets back. He's like the hero of the entire like country.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely did a lot for the country. But let me add to that because in the manga, I hate to be that guy that keeps saying in the manga, because I don't read the mangas. I just read the wikis. The king had a crush on his daughter. The king wanted to smash his own daughter. So that is made to light in the manga. And then that adds credence to why he kind of kept her so protected. And his whole thing was he wanted her to be reliant on him. And so when Griffith did that, he took that as the ultimate disrespect. Like, how dare you take my daughter from me? Like, I should have been smashing her.
Yeah, I mean, his life was over. If that was the case in the manga, his life was over once he discovered that.
So he never would have been able to smash her regardless.
No, he had plans.
In that time,
She wouldn't have been down though.
Yeah, it's crazy because he has a whole queen.
well, wait.
Well, his queen got burned to turn to ash.
No, this was even before. Like he wanted to get with her for a while.
Well, his wife was a bitch. But yeah, he could have looked somewhere else regardless.
We're talking about a period in where they were taking swords to each other's throats. I don't think she would have had a choice, or even if she would have said no, I don't think she would have gotten out of that if that's what her dad would have wanted.
I'm just telling you guys what was a plot in the manga. So, because I was like you guys,
they could have just banished him though. I would have just exiled him, be like, "Yo, you're out of here."
Yeah,
you gotta leave Midland. But I felt like all the torture was kind of overkill.
Yeah, the torture was directly because he was upset because he wanted his daughter. So that even made sense to me a little bit more.
It was like revenge.
Yes, it was a revenge thing.
I just feel like I feel like they would have lost the war without Griffith because no one was taking that castle. And they were saying that was like the most key strategic like battle point to take. Like the war was over after that. They they had a treaty after that. They're like, oh shit, you like took this castle.
Yep.
I mean, that's true, but like, no, riddle me this though, Matt. What if someone was like, they gave you thousands of dollars every single year for like 15, 20 years, and then all of a sudden they turn around and they behead your mom. They just killed her. Are you going to be like, damn, you supported me all these 20 years?
Let's go on, Chris.
But they didn't behead Charlotte though. She's still alive.
But she's family. She's family to the dad, and
got to give him the rape example. That seems to be the only way he'd understand.
All right. Somebody
so like I had a daughter and then someone.
No. Somebody did that to your mom after feeding you, clothing you for the last 20 years. They all of a sudden say, you know what? I'm taking what's mine.
Just take the L, Matt. Take the L. You all got to take it from time to time.
No, I could understand like
careful
wanting to like beat him up.
Recorded.
No, you would definitely have to go after the guy. Would I like chain him up in my like basement for like 3 years? I don't know.
But would you, if you had the money, would you hire somebody to do that? Because he wasn't the one doing it, but he had someone working under him.
I would have just killed him on the spot. I don't know if I would have. I felt like the torture was a little overkill. I like if he had just like crucified Griffith and like executed him, but I could have been like, all right. But I just felt like the torture was a little overkill, especially by not taking him out. You saw what the world turned into. If he would have just killed Griffith, then like he wouldn't have summoned like anarchy on the whole world.
But then once again, that goes back to the fate that the show needed all these events to occur, and that no matter what happened, It was like predestined. And that's what I think is so powerful about the show, is that Guts is actually fighting against that concept of predestiny, and he's fighting against fate effectively.